Helle või helle.
Tulge siia või helle.
Tulge siia või helle.
Tulge meid te kulleme.
Tulge meid te kulleme.
Tulge meid te vaatame.
Tulge meid te vaatame. Hella või hella he. Hella või hella. Hella he.
Tere teile kõigile.
Welcome to everyone. Good afternoon. What you just heard is traditional. You can always correct me because you know much more about these things than me. And we are transferring all of it to you, this knowledge. This is Mulgi chanting. Shepherds used to chant this. This was a call to each other to dance, to play. Today is an important day. We are opening the gates to not the cattle, but to culture. Between 25 million people. And to continue on a celebratory note, please form a corridor just here. Get ready for the festivities. The flags of the Republic of Estonia and Mulgimaa will be brought in by Gabritsa Siim and Peeter Rahner. Now, let's ask the choir to come to the stage. Take your places.
Maailma ilman tuhandid ja rahvlik mitmid miljonid. Üks ainus Mulgimaa, üks ainus Mulgimaa. Äkuri kuilas olla ta, kui pikast sillast üle saab. Suudannal mullal maa, suudannal mullal maa. Ja ütte ainsa mõttekee ma ei õhtu magame ja tõusu hommuku, ja tõusu hommuku. Kunas maasu jälle näe. kaugele, linnuka otsandus, linnuka otsandus. Maikes päeval otseli ja üksi piisare kikri, ta küljest ära juus, ta küljest ära juus. On maailma ilman tuhandi ja rahvik mitmid miljonid, üks ainus mulgimaa, üks ainus mulgimaa.
Te kuulsite.
This was Mixed Choir Kungla. On maailma tuhandeid, there are thousands of countries in the world. Kadi Kask was the conductor, and authors are Hendrik Adamson and Johan Sim. As you can see, dear friends, then Abja culture building courtyard is full of cameras. This event and many other events during this year of culture will be broadcast live to 25 million people's homes. So let's take a moment and introduce to them where this culture is reaching them from. In online broadcasting and over video, we will show a clip of Mulgimaa, and you will also be able to see on the screen what these people will see. In 2013, the appointment of Finno-Ugric Capital of Culture began. So far, the title has been held in Udmurtia, Setomaa, Hungary, Karelia, the Republic of Mari, and Pakistan. Finno-Ugric Capital of Culture 2021 is the historic capital of Mulgimaa, Abja Paluoja, which is the 8th holder of the title. Mulgimaa is a cultural and historical region in southern Estonia consisting of 5 former parishes and 3 rural municipalities, Mulgi, Tõrva and Viljandi. Mulgimaa covers 2,550 square kilometers and has a population of about 20,000. The Mulks have their own flag, anthem and folk costumes, which are one of the most archaic in Estonia. The best known item of Mulgi's clothing is the Mulgi cloak, which is still worn at festive events nowadays. The Mulks also have their own language, the Mulgi language, which, together with the Võru, Setu and Tartu languages, belongs to the group of South Estonian dialects. Today, Mulgi language books, newspapers, children's magazines are published, and there is a small Mulgi language news program on national broadcasting. Mulgi language and culture are taught to both children and adults. Mulks have their own foods, Mulgi porridge, Mulgi cabbage, Mulgi cheese pastry and Mulgi kama. They are all eaten and loved all over Estonia. The Mulks were the first in Estonia to start buying farms from estate owners in the middle of the 19th century. The wealth of the Mulks came with hard work and effort and thanks to growing flax. In addition to buying farms, investments were also made in children's education. The Mulks believed that their daughters also deserve a good education, and it was worth investing in. A lot of famous Estonian statesmen and other intellectuals come from Mulgimaa. Today's Mulks are proud of their beautiful natural homeland and the rich cultural heritage of their ancestors. You are welcome to visit us in Mulgimaa. Dear friends, it is a beautiful day, and we are celebrating the beginning of a very important year. Then we have been asked to remind you that in the Republic of Estonia, we are facing the COVID pandemic. Take care of your health, wear masks, here and now as well. Make sure that you stay healthy and take responsibility for your own health. That's it. On that account. Now it's time for an introduction, and best way to introduce the event is through questions. I will ask and you answer. Yes, I will answer because I'm older and I know more. Definitely, definitely. Okay. The capital of Finno-Ugric culture, how long has it been handed out? Ever since 2013. And what does it signify? It is an important day to Finno-Ugrians, but do you know how many there are? Of course I do. I am prepared. I didn't come without preparing. I have read the novel Hõbevalge. 25 million people. 25 million people. How many cultural regions are there whose flags are represented here? I think 23. Yes, there should be. Do you know how many countries, states do Finno-Ugrians have? Estonia. Yes, Estonia is Finno-Ugric. What else? Hungary. Who else? Finland. But there are more. How many more? Oh dear. Hindi people, Mainzi people, Sami people, Hungarians, Livonians, Mari people, both Isorians, Ersa people, Udmurts, Mokshas. We have a varied color palette of cultures, and this year gives all of you the opportunity to enjoy all of it and participate. How many people live in Abia, though? Who knows? Around 2,000? Yes, around 2,000. Is that true? 1,034. Well, if we add the wider region as well. Well, think what's about to happen. 1,034 people form the town that serves as the capital of culture for 25 million people. And I have another piece of news for you. The capital of Finno-Ugric people is here this year, but what about Mulgimaa? Where is the capital? Yes, exactly. Well, we as hosts basically are asked just to let people put their hands together and applaud. And what we are saying here is being also interpreted into 3 languages. If we speak in a confusing way, the end result will probably be quite fun. But I have written something down that I'd like to read out because it came out quite well. Dear Mulgi people, this year is meant to value your everyday and festive culture. In our simple daily activities, we find our history and our heritage. You are part of culture when you weave patterns into mittens, dance folk dances, but also if you do woodwork, if you carve a spoon, or you draw juice from the maple tree in spring. During the year served as capital of culture, let's value our everyday, our specific, our unique activities. Let's value our people and our common story. Isn't that beautiful? However, Priit, my hands are cold. Mine are not. Actually, the mittens I was wearing, these are from Murese Farm's organic sheep wool, woven by the farmhands. Oh, these are really beautiful, fit for a festivity. And about the Mulgi cloak, one specific thing is that it has nice big pockets. You can put all kinds of things in here. So I hid a pair of gloves, a pair of mittens in my pockets for you as well. These are really festive. As to keeping warm, you can see some fires built here. And we actually thought it was going to be colder. It's just a few degrees on the minus side. But we are serving tea, lõhmusäitsme tea. What? What does that mean? I don't know. There's tea served over there. I know it's linden flower tea, but now I hear it's lõhmusäitsme. And it's been gathered from Karksi parish. So if you want to feel warmer, then put on the mittens. I can't say keep close to other people standing near you, but go get some tea. Oh, Priit, we need to get started. Let's do that. Now, Mulgi elder Malingu Arvo. Let us stay right here. Let's not go far. Dear Finno-Ugric tribes close and far away, dear friends who have come to visit it, the city of Abja-Paluoja and Mulgimaa have the honor of hosting the capital of Finno-Ugric cultures from Marimaa that served as the capital of culture last year. The idea of the rotating capital is to support Finno-Ugric commonality and also to transfer our language and culture. Finno-Ugric tribes, there are 26 of them. There are many more dialects and languages. Just 3 of the tribes have their own country, and Estonians are very lucky that we are one of them. The constitution says that the state must make sure that the Estonian people and culture is preserved throughout time. Estonians and many other tribes have dialects fading away because there aren't very many people speaking them. But after Estonia restored its independence, a lot of work has been done. Võro, Seto, and Mulks have more selfhood, and many steps have been taken also to preserve the languages. The town of Abja-Paluoja and Mulgimaa hope that by bearing the title of Capital of Culture in 2021, we will introduce our culture to others and invite everyone to participate in the events. It is difficult not to be influenced by mass culture nowadays, but we can maintain our own customs, our language, our written language. These are things that cannot be stripped from us, and then we will have what to contribute to others as well. The slogan of the culture capital is the Mulgi pattern that will be used in public spaces. We will try to intertwine it in everything, in dance, handicrafts, whatever field of life. This is the only way. By valuing our heritage, our lore, by giving it meaning, will it be transferred to the next generations. We invite all of you to visit our events, and let's all be part of our heritage. Let's pass it along. I wish all of us a wonderful year of culture, Finno-Ugric culture. As you can see, those giving the speech will receive mittens. Ave Krenberg is handing over the mittens, head of the Mulgi Culture Center. So line up to give a speech. But now, according to the program, we will pass the floor to Jugomäe Imre, the rural municipality mayor of Mulgimaa. Dear Finno-Ugric culture family, distinguished president, representatives of parliament and minister, colleagues and friends. The capital of Mulgimaa, Abja-Paluoja, has the honor to bear the title of the Finno-Ugric culture capital this year. This gives us an excellent opportunity to introduce all of Mulgimaa to a wide audience. Our rich cultural heritage is part of the story of all of our tribal nations. With pride, we want to show our cultural space. On the other hand, we want to learn about our kindred nations' customs, to compare the two and to find similarities. Our guiding topic is patterns. The word pattern means, in translation, a structure that doesn't change. These patterns have been outlined over many years, and they are with us in our daily activities, in creation, in food and drink, in our language and on our minds. Our biggest challenge is passing these patterns on to the next generations. No doubt about the fact that each next generation will value culture differently. If we ensure continuity and connections are maintained, then it is a natural development which only enriches our common memory. In order for the impact of a title to be long-term, we must make great efforts. I would like to thank the Finno-Ugria Institution and Indigenous Peoples Development Center, Mulgi Culture Institute, and all of you who have contributed to the program for this year. Due to the health crisis, planning and implementation are much more complicated than usual. Therefore, many representatives of kindred nations cannot physically be with us today. But we will meet again soon. Greetings, and I'd like to extend my gratitude to all the former culture capitals. You have fulfilled the main objective, which is to raise awareness of Euralian languages and nations, strengthening Finno-Ugric unity, and also boosting local developments in Finno-Ugric world. I wish all kindred nations the strength and fortitude to maintain your own national consciousness. I wish you exciting discoveries, exciting meetings, and a year filled with culture. Thank you. Mittens, please. Come. We need to introduce the next speaker now. And it's quite complicated, because my program says that next the floor will be given to Mr. President, patron of Mulgimaa, Toomas Hendrik Ilves. No, it's Ärma Toomas. In Mulgimaa, we call people by their farm. Ärma Toomas, former president of the Republic of Estonia. Good afternoon. I am from Abja, a rural municipality that used to be, so this 1,000 minority that was merged. Well, dear listeners, dear compatriots, dear Mulgi people, and especially our dear kin who have arrived here today, welcome to Abja. You as well. There are only 23 million of us, actually 25 million of us across the world and on the continent of Europe, and only 3, as mentioned, have their own state, though a considerable and viable part of us live in 10 countries. Must note that there are no Finno-Ugric people who have not felt the pressure from larger countries to abandon their language, to abandon their culture. This is probably the price of small numbers. But still, we still exist. For centuries, we have felt the oppression of others. We are connected not so much by genes, but by our languages, our customs, our music. We must be grateful to the linguists who, over 2 centuries, researched our languages and ascertained our relation. This made it possible for us to get reacquainted after centuries or even millennia. We recognize similarities in each other, like we recognize the same facial features in remote relatives. Even the same gait that we see in our brothers and sisters, in our parents and our children. Our partitive case, which others cannot comprehend, our vocal harmony, which unfortunately is lost in written language, but exists everywhere else, lives despite it here in Mulgi language, our fondness of the forest, our passions, and our fairy tales. And I think all Finno-Ugric peoples have one word with the same root, the word Jumal, God. It is an honor to hold the title of the culture capital, but it's also an obligation not to only introduce ourselves, but to get to learn more about our kin, be they from Karelia, Sampi, Hansi or Mari, Hungary or Livonia. We all know our culture and are proud of it. We are proud that despite foreign pressure, we have remained ourselves. But not everyone has done as well as we have in Mulgimaa, where despite all Soviet atrocities, we still now are free in our own land. We who live now in freedom still remember what it means to be oppressed, to devitalize our language, to abandon our culture. So we know much better than large nations how vulnerable and dear is mother tongue and mother song. For them, it is self-evident. For us, it's a treasure. So I call on all of us to make efforts to get to know our kin. Then we will feel more confident, more secure, we will feel stronger. Then we will have the knowledge that our languages and songs will sound for centuries. Thank you. And I wish you all a wonderful beginning to this year of holding the title of the capital of the Finno-Ugric culture. Dear friends, an applause. Karksinoia Music School musicians will be standing in front of you in just a second. Some accordion music. It seems to me that some people at the back might be getting a bit cold. So now, with the Milkers polka in the background, what? One song, just one song, one piece of music. Well, try to warm up. Just one piece of music and then some more speeches. Show the world how we dance here.
Teeme kõik kaasa! Tee kaasa, käed üles!
Dance along.
Hakkas soem.
Do you feel warmer? Very good. Next, we will pass the floor to extend thoughts, wishes, and story of culture to the Minister of Culture of the Republic of Estonia, Mrs. Anneli Ott. Before I get started, a few sentences in the Võro language. The speech is in written language, but I feel so good standing here that a few words of congratulations in the Võro language. I am certain that you will bear this title of the capital of culture with great pride. Dear guests, Honorable President, Toomas Hendrik was just here, friends of the movement, guests from nearby and far away, I am happy to welcome you at Abja Paluoja, the capital of culture 2021. Congratulations on this honorable title. Lots of success and inspiring cultural events in the forthcoming year. It's a wonderful opportunity to introduce Mulgi language, culture, and Mulgimaa to the Finno-Ugric world on this side and other side of the border. This year in Tartu at the Estonian National Museum, there is the main event of the movement, the 8th Finno-Ugric People's World Congress. The discussions will revolve around the importance of languages and identity and preservation of the culture of Finno-Ugric peoples. And these congresses are organized by 4 countries in rotation: Russia, Hungary, Finland, and Estonia. I'm happy to say that this year the Congress takes place at the time when the Finno-Ugric culture capital title is borne by Abja Paluoja. Dear guests, the welfare of Finno-Ugric people and cultural heritage are very important to us. This is a topic that has many films, books, ethnographic collections, exhibitions, research, and cultural contacts dedicated to it. And the title of the culture capital movement that started 10 years ago has gathered strength due to the enthusiastic action of many volunteers, due to Finno-Ugric countries and people's cooperation. The project of culture capitals promotes Finno-Ugric languages and dialects, cultures, and sense of togetherness. Thinking of this movement, we think of our selfhood, our history and roots, and our future. The importance of the movement to Finno-Ugric peoples is affirmed by the Estonian-Hungary and Estonian-Finnish spiritual cooperation conventions concluded in 1937, which were culture cooperation agreement in essence. Also, after Perestroika, the Finno-Ugric Nations Cooperation Declaration adopted in Komi Republic in Sõtvagar. One Finno-Ugric language is Estonian language and its dialects, and we must maintain our unique place on the cultural and language map of Europe. Dear friends, our culture is richer if we, part of the Finno-Ugric world, are numerous and we keep together. Mulgi, Setu, Kihnu, Võro, and Saare old mitten patterns, lace patterns, cake recipes. Our language also connects the past and the present. Keep the Mulgi flag flying high, depicting the Mulgi cloak, the blue flax fields, and on a white background, the power-inducing red ornament, Mulgi ornament. Our culture has ancient power. It speaks to us and our children in the wide Finno-Ugric global family. Let's take joy in our joint tribal movement and activities. Welcome to the World Congress in Tartu in the summer. Welcome to all Finno-Ugric Culture Capital events. Thank you to Mulgi Culture Institute, Mulgi Heritage, Tradition and Culture Keepers. I wish you a great year as the capital of culture, lots of success and energy to you. And I would like to thank Ave Grenberg as well from Mulgi Culture Institute, who has contributed heavily in us accepting this title here today. And Anneli, don't forget to put on your festive mittens. I see your hands are freezing. In the parliament, the Riigikogu, there are support groups. Unfortunately, and with great joy, I'm happy to announce there is also a support group for Mulgimaa. And the chairman of the support group in parliament is Helir-Valdor Seeder. Honorable representatives of Finno-Ugric peoples, President of the Republic of Estonia. Mulgi people have always had big ideas and great ambitions. And this year, Abja-Paluoja, the capital of Mulgimaa with 20,000 inhabitants, is the capital of the 25 million Finno-Ugric people. I'm very happy about this. We have heard repeatedly that only 3 nations have their own state out of Finno-Ugric people. These 3 nations can develop their language and culture, organize their daily life in an independent state. But we have tribal affinity with people who live on top of natural resources, but they cannot use it to organize their daily life to the extent they would like to. They don't even have the possibility to go to school in their mother tongue. So let's value everything that we have and let's understand our kin with their problems and the life they are able to organize for themselves. The Finno-Ugric capital undertaking, this electing the capital by rotation, is a wonderful event. This year gives the opportunity to Mulks to focus and promote on their folklore, dialect, way of life, culture, handicrafts, but it unites the Finno-Ugric peoples and thereby helps develop the Finno-Ugric world. I hope that choosing the capital by rotation will continue over decades and centuries, and that we will have the Finno-Ugric towns, settlements, villages in dozens and hundreds of years that we have reason to gather for such opening events for many, many years. And hopefully this rotation will bring us back to Abja Paluoja one day. Thank you to the organizers. On behalf of the Republic of Estonia and the Parliament, let's stay active and let's contribute to the development of Mulgimaa over this next year. Thank you. Let's start again. Villavakan takulakan kotikangas kukenokal.
Kotikangas kukenokal, villavakan takulakan kotikangas kukenokal.
Villavakan takulakan kotikangas kukenokal. Villavakan takulakan. Mis tekst?
What did you write here for me to say? It's our dance and song text, but what does it say? Villavakan takulakan kotikangas kukenokal. I propose to all the Mulgi people, next year when Santa Claus comes with gifts, then all Mulgi people should say this. Let's try it. Villavakan takulakan kotikangas kukenokal. Even Seto people, you can try as well. Villavakan takulakan kotikangas kukenokal. Do you think it means something? I don't think so. It doesn't mean anything. Actually, when party gets started, then there's a party and then you need to have fun. And now we're going to have some fun by dancing. Savikoja venelane is looking for a wife. And let's spread out. Let's try this 2+2 rule. You don't need to be so close to each other while dancing. So let's try it. And an applause for all the dancers. And once again, Villavakan takulakan kotikangas kukenokal are the words. Savikoja venelane is the title. Keep playing the music so the dancers can leave the stage.
Minä saan öelda.
I get to say it. The Finno-Ugric Capital of Culture 2021 will now get its wind beneath its wings from the President of the Republic of Estonia, Kersti Kaljulaid. Hello, dear friends. A few words on my behalf as well. I'm very happy that the Finno-Ugric Capital of Culture has reached here, but I will tell you a story from close by, but also far away. Anu Raud is represented with a wonderful piece of art at the UN headquarters in New York called Mother Tree. And I don't know how many Estonians or other people go to see this piece of art, but I think it's there to take care of Finno-Ugric people. But I have a personal story related to it. Every time I had to sit in dark hallways in the UN and speak to people from different places across the globe and in different languages, when I passed by this piece of art, then I felt I wanted to hide behind this striped skirt and put my nose in the mother tree. Of course, you're not allowed to and you can't do that, but I felt this strong urge, this pull towards my own culture. I think it's very important to everyone. And Estonian people in the United Nations always stand for the rights of indigenous people as much as possible. And it is our obligation because we are one of the 3 lucky Finno-Ugric peoples with its own nation state. And I never forget it when I'm there. Every time we walk into this building from the hustle and bustle of New York, go up the escalator, then you immediately see the mother tree, and it reminds us that this is what we are here for. And the striped skirts, the mulgi cloaks, they give us strength. And whilst we are preparing for another Finno-Ugric Congress, it's not taking place in the capital. These always take place farther away. But I hope that during the Congress, many will also come here to the culture capital. And at this Congress, we shouldn't only stand for those kindred nations who have wealthy natural resources and their own country and land. We should stand for our languages and culture. Not just Võro and Seto dialects should be represented in schools and with dictionaries, but others as well, and some do on the island of Hiiumaa, for example, and here too. I hope that everybody will have this, and this is something that our children should get acquainted with in school. When we hear from other Finno-Ugric peoples that their language is not very popular where they are in Russia. Of course, when it comes to the Estonian language, then that's all good and well, but the Seto, Mulgi, and Saare heritage in my family. My children should know all of these dialects, but they only know one. So I think more attention should be paid to dialects. They are so beautiful, and it's a mysterious feeling to say words in a foreign language. I listened to the Potisetu song and thought, what does it sound like in other dialects? But if it doesn't have any meaning, then, well, you can formulate it as you like in any dialect. So I wish you a wonderful time as the capital, and be proud, I know that you are. And invite those farther away from the capital, those coming to the Congress, invite them here as well. It's not so far away. Thank you for the invitation, and I wish you a wonderful celebration.
jõuame väga
Now on to the most festive moment of today. Now we will have the festive handover of the tsirk. Let's not say anything else yet.
Siidisuulin linnukene, siidisuulin linnukene, vot luuli, siidisuulin linnukene. Lennas kullast puhma peale, lennas kullast puhma peale, vot luuli, lennas kullast puhma peale. Kuldes võtta armas teede, kuldes võtta kannad teede, vot luuli, kuldes võtta kannad teede. Siidisuulin linnukene, lennas siidi puhma peale, vot luuli, lennas siidi puhma peale. Siit teda võtse armas teede, siit teda võtse kannad teede, vot luuli, siit teda võtse kannad teede. Siidisuulin linnukene hakkas pesa ehitama, vot luuli, hakkas pesa ehitama. Muunes sissi kolmi muunahaud välja kolmi poiga, vot luuli, haud välja kolmi poiga. Üks oli keenekese lindu, teine laiskaalane lindu, vot luuli, teine laiskaalane lindu. Kolmas siidisuulin lindu, kolmas siidisuulin lindu, vot luuli, kolmas siidisuulin lindu. Seda tema võtse armas teede, seda tema võtse armas teede, vot luuli, seda võtse armas teede, vot luuli, seda võtse armas teede.
tsirk
is the world bird in Finno-Ugric lore. The world was born from a bird's egg. There was only the sea and endless ancient ocean, and the bird was looking for a place to nest. It found a place to lay 3 eggs, and the wind rolled the eggs into the sea, and these became the sun, the moon, the stars, the earth. The symbol of capitals have feathers that mark all of the nations, Finno-Ugric peoples. And from Mari village, Mishkan, in Bashkortostan, the bird flew here. This is the second bird. The first, whose wings were downward, was made in 2013 and was handed over to the first capital of culture, Baga, where it remains. The second bird's wings are directed up and symbolize the Finno-Ugric movement and the culture capital movement. And to hand over Tsirgu, I'd like to pass the floor to Oliver Loode, Mulgi elder Malingu Arvo, mother of Tsirgu, Alli Laande, and father of Tsirgu, Tauli Ants. Honorable President, President Ilves, Mulgi elder, Abja Paluoja and Mulgi people, and all friends of Mulgimaa across the globe. First of all, I'm happy to extend greetings from the first Finno-Ugric capital, Bagö, in Udmurtia, and they wish that this year brings goodness, new contacts, cultural ties, and helps with the development of Mulgimaa. All this happened with Bagö. So let's use the opportunity to send greetings to Bagö and all former capitals of culture, Obinitsa, Vesprem, Iskasečerti, Vuokiniemi, Šorunža, Mishkan. Greetings to you. This Tsirk here, over the past 8 months, has flown more than 5,000 kilometers across our Finno-Ugric world in the tribal sky. Through its journey that started in Tartu, its birthplace, it went to Mishkan, Baskõria, and back to Estonia. And this Tsirk here has seen different countries, different nations, and Estonians, Setos, on this and the other side of the border, Izorians, Votes, Maris, Bashkirs, and Russians have all held this Tsirk because the author of this Tsirk is Pavel Varunin, master from Peipsi area, Lake Peipus area. This Tsirk here, on its journey, has seen the pain and gain of our Finno-Ugric tribes. It's seen behind the facade. It's seen real life. If it could speak in a language we understand, it would have a lot to tell us about Finno-Ugric peoples. And this is not just a title of Finno-Ugric Tsirk, but this is a real Tsirk, and its home will be at Abja Paluoja for the next year in the historical capital of Mulgimaa. When this year ends, what will this Finno-Ugric bird have to tell to the next capital, Finno-Ugric capital? For example, that across Mulgimaa in Abja Paluoja, we heard many more songs and stories in the local dialects. Maybe all the kids learned our Finno-Ugric people's tribal names and know something more. Maybe it will tell stories about how Mulgimaa was a very hospitable and interesting destination to discover, or the Tsirk will speak about how the Mulgi people are not just a nation who really stand together as we would like all the Finno-Ugric peoples to support each other. We don't know the answers, but I'm certain of one thing, that it all depends on you, on the Mulgi people. This is your undertaking, your endeavor. You can carry out the year the way you would like. Do it with great enthusiasm for your own joy, and I am certain in that case all the Finno-Ugric peoples will notice it, come to discover you, and invite you. Pugu already invited you to its food festival, Pugbuk, this year. The process has started, and I believe that everybody will benefit from it. And now, on to the official part. On behalf of the Finno-Ugric Capitals of Culture Secretariat, I'm happy to hand over this Finno-Ugric Tsirk to the elder of the Mulgi people, Arvo Maaling, and to officially declare Abja Paluoja the Finno-Ugric Capital of Culture 2021. Congratulations. Long live Abja Paluoja, Mulgimaa, Estonia, the Finno-Ugric world. These 5,000 kilometers that this bird flew show how large the world is and how much it has to award, how much culture and language. And this Tsirk in Mulgimaa will inspire all of us to maintain and transfer our language and culture. And I would like to hand this Tsirk over to its parents who will take care of it this year. And to take it along to all parts of Mulgimaa, let's show in Estonia, in the Mulgimaa region, this inspiring bird. Let it serve as our inspiration. Take care of it and display it to everyone. We have this honorable task. I am the grandmother of the Tsirk, and Anse is the grandfather. Well, we are not mother and father. We are too old for that. But the grandmother and grandfather are the ones who have the most to teach, to show, and to pass on to others. And most importantly, that we have more youth in the villages, in the towns, that they sing, they speak, they dance. Because when we leave, who will pass on the Tsirk? Where are you going? Well, everybody has to go at one point. Right now? Not right now. We want to carry this Tsirk for the next year. Invite us and we will bring the Tsirk with its knowledge to you. So invite us and we will come. A happy year to you all. Maybe they misunderstood that we're passing away. No, not yet. But now let's put the Tsirk where everybody can see it. I will be a very tough grandfather. I will teach the Mulgi language to everyone. Yes, it will be speaking the Mulgi language throughout the year. But let's go now. Now, Kati Raudalainen, the head of the Finno-Ugric Society. Congratulations, the Finno-Ugric Capital of Culture, Abja Paluoja, Honorable President Kersti Kaljulaid, Toomas Hendrik Ilves, dear representatives of Finno-Ugric peoples nearby and far away. As a representative of the umbrella organization of Finno-Ugric societies, I know that often supporting minorities means that there are long scientific events, folklore festivals, lots of nice words, applauses, and then everybody goes home and everything is forgotten. The greater the joy that actually things can be quite different. The movement of Finno-Ugric capitals of culture started from grassroots level. Societies, they're inspiring leaders, and it is quite inspiration-based, as we tend to say nowadays. Nobody needed to make a check in a box. Nobody had to fulfill an action plan. This is just based on their own wish to bring together people from the Finno-Ugric language family to share daily joys and concerns, to share our homeland tastes, music, patterns, to find new friends, companions, to discover something new that may include our old known values. The movement of culture capitals has made it happen, and the Cirque has traveled across the Finno-Ugric world and felt good. I have had the opportunity to visit several culture capitals, Obinitsa, Šiška-Entsjord, Karel Vookiniemi, Muncho in Mariland, and these have all been different places. These have not been touristic attractions, but somebody's home place. We have had different leaders of the movement, and the events have all had their own face. But one thing has always been similar: the wish to open their home place, make it more colorful and exciting, but also more caring place, a more understanding place. In all these capitals of culture, faraway guests have brought their warmth and felt the host's warmth and caring nature. And this gives small cultures and languages internal power and perseverance in midst of winds of change. And in these quite ordinary places, the age-old values are now appreciated more by representatives of official power as well. And this has made the Finno-Ugric world more visible and all of our voices better heard. On behalf of Finno-Ugria, I wish the Mulks the strength to be a powerful voice of the Finno-Ugric peoples. I wish Tsirgu a good life, and Cirque wants not only seeds but also food for its spirit, and I'm happy that we are among the Mulgi people where I have found many new friends, especially in the Mulgi Culture Institute and small culture buildings and communities, and we will meet many more during the year. And I wish you strength to realize all the ideas of the capital of culture, and I hope that Finno-Ugric life bubbles in Abja Paluoja. Finno-Ugric people really know how to party. One more thing. I hope that the beautiful Mulgi language will be spoken everywhere, on the stage, in the public spaces, and at home. Thank you. And now we can accept greetings. Dear video team, please nod your heads that what is planned next is ready. Very good. Let's start preparing the video connection to Baskiria, the holder of last year's Finno-Ugric Capital of Culture. But first, Ludmila Polushkina will make the introduction. Hello, dear guests, honorable guests. My name is Ludmila Jarmurdna. I came to Estonia 15 years ago with the support of the program of Kindred Nations. I was born in Mishkin village, which last year served as the Finno-Ugric Capital of Culture. I'm so happy that here in Estonia, in this year's Capital of Culture, I can welcome my homeland village.
Тывычын Эстония гычын мый Людмила Ялмурзина улам. Салам лиже. Kas...
Kui me oleme videolülituseks valmis.
Now.
Борокече пагалыме йолташ-влак, сай улда шергакан уна-влак. Ме тендам Мишкан гыч, фин-угор тӱнян тӱвра рӱдыш гыч шокшын саламленам. Ий гыч ийыш тиде проект тӱнямбалсе калыкым шукрак да шукрак чумыра. Таче, мутат уке, пеш кугу исторический событий, финно-угорский тӱнян кандашымше рӱдыжым почмаш. Мишкан районышто илыше-влак лӱм ден да шке лӱмем дене Абьян Палуоя олаште илыше-влакым уло чон дене тиде кугу пайрем дене саламлем. Мый ӱшанем, фин-угор калыкын йылмыжым, тӱвыражым, йӱлажым кӱкшытыштӧ кӱлеш семын тунемаш, шымлаш, вияҥдаш да саклаш тӱҥалыт. Поснак проектым чоҥышо-влаклан кугу таум каласыме шуэш. Вет тӱвра рӱдӧ лӱмым пуымаш фин-угор калыклан ончыко каяшыже кугу йӧным ышта. Тидым таче ме шкат сайын шижына. Проектыште тыршымылан кӧра Мишкан селалан да Мишкан районлан вияҥашыже у корно почылтын. 25 февральыште у Марий историко-культурный рӱдер шкенжын омсажым почеш. Тудын тӱҥ задачыже марий калыкын йӱлажым, тӱвыражым вияҥдымаш, аралымаш да пойдарымаш. Паша концепцийже форматше тиде задачым шуктышаш верч чоҥымо. Тачысе илыш йодмо почеш чоҥымо да технически кӱлеш семын оборудоватлыме учреждений тӱрлӧ мероприятий-влакым эртараш сай йӧным ышта. Конференций, творческий кас, кино ончымаш, презентаций-влак, урок. Интерактивный технологийлан, йӱкым возышо да анимаций студийлан кӧра фин-угор калык тӱврам да йӱлам шымлымаш йоча-влакланат, кугыеҥ-влакланат моткоч оҥай да пайдале лиеш. Йӧн ден пайдаланен, чыландамат у Марий историко-культурный центрышке пагален унала ӱжына. Кок тӱжем коло икымше ийыште Мишкан селаште марий самырык тукымын регион кокласе слётым, тыгак мер каҥашын кеҥеж сессийжым эртараш палемдыме. Тиде проектлан кӧра районын илышыштыже кугу верым налын шогышо икмыняр мероприятий эртен. Регион кокласе Марий Патыр кок тӱжем коло конкурс, Марийская духовная культура, проблема сохранения, развития языка, научно-практический конференции эртен. Тиде конференции негізеш электронный сборникым лукмо. Мишкан районысо декоративно...
Kommete uurimise, säilitamise ja arendamise teemalise üritus.
On the highest level, we want to develop the Finno-Ugric people's culture. I would like to separately thank the initiator of the project. The status of the Capital of Culture gives you the basis to develop further. We also felt it in our case. Due to participation in this project, the Mishkin village and region had new vector for development. The 19th of February, the Mari History and Culture Center will open its door. Its main task is the Mari tradition to be promoted, developed, grown. The activities are directed at this task. It's very contemporary and technically well supplied institution will give the opportunity in several formats to organize events, conferences, creative evenings, showing films, presentations, lessons, and much more. Due to interactive technologies, the recording studio and animation studio, the Finno-Ugric people's cultures will be better known. It will become a very interesting process for children and adults. It will be fascinating. To use the opportunity, we invite you all to visit our new Mari History and Culture Center. In 2020 in Mishkan, there was a youth Mari meeting. The summer session took place, and due to the project, several symbolic undertakings took place in our region. For example, regional competition, Mari Pater, Mari Hero, and interregional research conference, Mari Spiritual Culture, preservation of language and culture and related issues, and an electronic collection of materials was published on the basis of this. Our people also appreciated the video project of applied art in our region with art using Mari symbolism, and the local people felt it was a wonderful endeavor, and we will continue with it. But the most important thing from the project is new friends. We met very many interesting and astonishing people. It is wonderful to have this exchange of culture between people. Thank you. Thank you. Next, Seto Regent Rein Järvelill.
Hüa Mulgi kahvas.
Dear Mulgi people, Honorable President of the Republic of Estonia, dear Minister, dear friends, I am so happy to be in Abjapaluoja, the old Mulgi capital. Mulgi people have really stood out as proud, wealthy, progressive people who always have been the leaders of everything innovative and progressive. I believe that maybe it has been Mulgimaa's fertile soil and deep cultural roots that have given so much to Estonia and the world. Many intellectuals have come from Mulgimaa. This land here has a lot of force. And today I bring you greetings from Setomaa and the culture capital 2015, Obinitsa. And on behalf of Seto people, I wish you lots of success during this year as the capital of culture. We know ourselves that nobody gives you the title of the capital of culture. This is the title you need to fight for and then build the capital of culture. And that is a very good decision that the capital of culture is all of Mulgimaa, not just Abjapaluoja alone. Now show the world What a rich place Mulgimaa is. I, of course, mean spiritual richness and strength that has grown out of these parts. I hope that being the capital of culture will also support the ancient Mulgi language. This year as the capital of culture is a nice introduction to the UNESCO Global Indigenous Languages Decade that will start next year. And if Abja Paluoja people get used to the title of a capital, then don't waste this feeling. You can fight for the indigenous Mulgi language capital title. Abja Paluoja, of course, is the capital of the Mulgi language already, but make sure you keep it that way. Dear Mulgi people, it is a proud feeling to be a carrier of ancient culture. Let's share this culture with others, as a capital city should do.
Aitüma!
Thank you very much. Thank you for the bread.
Oi!
Nüüd läheb peos!
Now it's time for a party.
Siia peale.
Speaker is not using a microphone.
Järgmisi
It's a pleasure to introduce the next speakers because we agreed that I will introduce them the following way. Two Natalias, both are Ersas, both are from Mordovia. The Natalias. Honorable President Kersti Kaljulaid and inhabitants of Abya-Paluoya Finno-Ugric peoples. We are very happy to greet you on behalf of Ersas and Mokshas and to read a greeting in Ersa language from Virtavla village.
Abya-Paluoya velень erichat, Finno-Ugran raskень, lomанень, двесе кинь путомось, Finno-Ugran, раскетнень культурань ошонь панжому.
Tervitamme
We would like to greet all of you on occasion of opening the Capital of Culture 2021.
Эрзянь велетне речатне, эрмеж чултосу керчичань вейсен яуксось, эрзянь раскень шниманянь, одломатня аноксась программа, дарсись изням степелькстамонть. Улимеже неутемс, коймеже ванстынек, келентейста, культурант, декойтнень кирдатне нейста. Ламо йомаутынек. Сехте покшту уталокс, совам спелькстамонтень, ульнеш теестенть, сизгемен етнень топодемась, ине фольклористнень, музыкантонтень, эстень масторонь, ине ваньксень, Мариян тешксень, кандычантнень, Finno-Ugran раскетнень покш ялгантень. Торама раскень моронь мораму куронь, тейчантень, йовлань олонень. Конань пекпарште содасыж весе эстононь масторсон.
Ersa people have a lot to show the world. We have maintained our language and the culture of our ancestors, but unfortunately there are things that are lost forever. The most important reason why we decided to participate in the Finno-Ugric Capital of Culture competition is the folklorist, scientist, musician, well-known founder of the band Vladimir Romashkin's 70th anniversary celebrations in 2021. Vladimir Romashkin passed away too early, but the band Torama he established is well known also now in Estonia.
Йовлань олонь иекс, декарматано бажамо, ютаутомс сисямече кезерень эрзянь моронь, Torama стерди, двейсень ундокст, Finno-Ugran раскетнень, чултосто керчичань, фестивалентень. Карматано учомо, паряк, зярдояк эрзянь вид, тавла велень куротнесе гайгезевить эстононь, финнень, венгрань, карелень, удмуртонь, маринь, коминь, хантынь, двесе Finno-Ugran раскетнень морос де келест, мазый деяк, мазый культураст.
In the framework of the anniversary year, we are organizing in our Ersa village, Virtavla, the wood carving festival Old Roots, and we do hope that our event, we will hear different Finno-Ugric people's language. We await all of you.
Весе вечке зоймеса, мелень путозь, Йовтатано Абя-Paluoya речатненень, покш поздоровт. Кадык те есть юты, вейкел лексемасо, паро тевень теезь. Эстен рашкень культурань кепедезь тёкшокс, мазычинь ванстозь, двейкень вейкень кенярдозь. Минь аштитяно каштанчиса, паро мельса, дывалдо кенярксо тынкиса. Кадык минек тешксесь, Finno-Ugran раскень нармунесь, ливти весе Finno-Ugran модантнень вельска, переауксонок апаксода, дысюлми минек раскетнень, культуранок ды ойменек.
But now we would like to greet with an open heart everybody who came together. The Finno-Ugric family in Abya-Paluoya. I hope everybody does well this year. Let's stand together. Let's enjoy the beautiful moments at the events in Estonia. We are very proud of you and we are sincerely happy. Let our common symbol, the Tsirk bird, to fly without borders, without limits, in all of our skies in the Finno-Ugric world. Stay healthy. Long live the eternal friendship of Finno-Ugric people.
Пингеде пингень эрямофинень угрань раскетненень. Весень пельге паронярсез, калаганонь керяз, ды эрзят мокшот. Сюкпря.
Thank you. Supre.
Ingeri Soom.
Ingerian Finns will be represented and greetings provided by Maire Petrova and Merja Malki and Maria Abramova.
Ave.
Ei me tuldu tšaiu jooma, tuldin te.
We didn't come here to drink tea, we came here to bring our greetings. Hello, strangers from across the waters, those arriving by land across country, governors of municipalities. We have come to greet you to this big party, high-level meeting, builders of Estonia, governors of the Republic, dressers and decorators of Tallinn, guardians of the long border. Some have come all the way from Finland, others from the eastern border, the high-ups from Tallinn, the wise ones from Viljandi, the bright ones from Setomaa. We have come from Estonian Ingria, municipality of the Republic. We have come to greet you in the beautiful town of Abja, lovely part of Mulgimaa, capital of Finno-Ugria. Stay healthy, stay wise. Spokespeople of Finno-Ugria, best tribal ambassadors.
Kohe hakkab.
Next, the accordion will play Säkkijärven polka. Veiko Ahvenainen is the author of the arrangement. And Rivan Riigor will play the piece.
Soome-ugri.
Finno-Ugric languages are studied by students who usually perform in the language of votes, but for today they have a special Mulgi language piece. And for all those who don't speak the Mulgi language, I come from island of Saaremaa and Mulgi area. And we had a meeting and Aili wrote that if you start pronouncing this next title, Mesilindel Pallu Peret, then think of the word ball, pall. So the title is Mesilindel Pallu Peret, and it is performed by Kännu Peal Käbi. Thank you. We'd like to say to everybody in Abja Paluoja, in Mulgimaa, all Finno-Ugric people, 25 million people, congratulations to us all. And lots of strength for us to come. We can do everything together. And we have a small gift as well. Brit will tell you what it is. Hello, everyone. Congratulations to you all. This is a small painting where I tried to depict the Mulgi and Finno-Ugric world connecting. It's titled Togetherness. I'd like to hand over the gift. It's not by coincidence that this togetherness takes place in Mulgimaa, because as it turns out, then this wisdom here is age-old in Hailiste parish. There is a folk song about bees who collect everything good and beautiful, like the people here.
Mesilindu tillukene, mesilindu tillukene, vahajalga vaimukene, vahajalga vaimukene, milolli pallu pereda, milolli pallu pereda, kaaselad valatsi täys, kaaselad valatsi täys, puuossa poigi täys, puuossa poigi täys, kostsime simi võtti, kostsime simi võtti, vapsiku vaha vedäsiv, vapsiku vaha vedäsiv, mesilinnu kantsiv kõrre, mesilinnu kantsiv kõrre, alta tuli valva mõtsa, alta tuli valva mõtsa, kohalt tuliv kuuse mõtsa, kohalt tuliv kuuse mõtsa, vahelt tuliv vaarik mõtsa, vahelt tuliv vaarik mõtsa, üts oli pikka piiru mõtsa, üts oli pikka piiru mõtsa ja üts oli laialane mõtsa, üts oli laialane mõtsa ja vahelt tuuleb varva mõtsa, vahelt tuuleb varva mõtsa, saarapuul oliv suures salgu, saarapuul oliv suures salgu ja pihlapuul oliv pikka ossa, pihlapuul oliv pikka ossa, vikalli korege, vikalli korege. Aitüma!
Thank you. And Tuuli, the head of the development center of Mulgimaa, has asked for the floor. Mulgimaa Development Center would like to thank the head of the Culture Center and tourism coordinator, Christian Rey. Due to you, the Mulgi area now has the possibility to introduce our culture to all of the world, and everything else is up to us. Supported by good cooperation, we can bear the Finno-Ugric capital of culture with great pride. Well, I haven't had a good dance in a while, and I feel quite cold, but we'll take care of that. No more greetings, no more speeches for the moment. After the dance, right after the dance that's about to begin, we will join a procession to take the Cirque to its place of stay. When it's not an event during the year, then it will be on the windowsill of the bookstore, and we will speak about why we chose this place. But now, happy to say, oh, it's nice to introduce this, Näpupolka.
Head sõbrad, algamas on.
Dear friends, the celebratory procession is about to start. The folk dancers will be the ones carrying all the Finno-Ugric flags. Dear guests standing here, make some room. The horse can walk closer. Let's come to the left-hand side road. The granny and grandpa of Tirgu, and son of Tirgu as well. Tirk in the front, and flags, elders, maintainers, keepers of the state, then folk dancers, and everybody else will follow. And last of all, the choir. Singing all the songs you have learned. Tirk in the front, flags, and then everybody else will follow. Three by three.
nii, väga ilusti saab.
So, get ready and let's head to the front of the bookstore where we will place Tirgu to its rightful place where it can guard the Finno-Ugric culture for the next year.
Paneme käima. Kas rongkäigulised on valmis?
Everybody ready? Do you feel happy? Do you feel very happy? Music begins.
Ja ei, siin oligi, mull oli keskel.
No tuleme siis nagu, teeme aken vabaks.
Võtke siit algust ja siia, kuule see tuleb siia aknale, tuleb siit. Selle läheb siit ja siit vahe kõrvale.
Aga ilus lipp on.
Mul on soomeli. Vaatan
Räägime siia tuleb.
Minä pean liputtamaan. Läks tuulipuga. Siis võtab filmidega või panen pigu ette. Tuli segada. Tuli
Sõna on teil. Kas tahate öelda veel midagi enne, kui see pannakse siia raamatu poe akna peale välja?
Me tahaks ütelda, et laulu sehen on vägi. Seal on armastuse vägi.
Just like to say that there is a joy and love in the song of the bird, and this is what we want to give to you next year. Let's put the bird in the nest, but let's not give it too much peace sitting in the nest.
Lähme sinna poole. Lähme sinna poole. Siit peab välja.
Nuteleme kasse, mõni vanem nuteleme kasse. Kuusi kuuljast kuulama ei kaske, kuusi kuuljast kuulama ei kaske. Seitse valda seisama ei kaske, seitse valda seisama ei kaske. arvad käegu kukkuvad,
kas te arvad käegu kukkuvad, kas te
laanelindu laulevad,
kas te laanelindu laulevad, kas te
mina laulsin vällepäeval, kas te mina laulsin vällepäeval, kas te suure nurme keskelle,
kas te suure nurme keskelle, kas te
nii kui käegu kuusikusse,
kas te nii kui käegu kuusikusse, kas te
nokkus meede männikusse,
kas te nokkus meede männikusse, kas te
kui mina hakkan laulema,
kas te kui mina hakkan laulema, kas te
laulema ja laskema,
kas te laulema ja laskema, kas te
siis et külla kuulama,
kas te siis et külla kuulama, kas te
hakkab külla tantsima,
kas te hakkab külla tantsima, kas te
kui mina hakkan laulema,
kas te kui mina hakkan laulema, kas te
Lauri!
no nii, vanaema.
Tirk is in its place. It is nice and cozy. And guests have brought some food. I left the gifts there. We did. With this, we close the opening event of the Finno-Ugric Capital of Culture 2021. Would you like to say anything else? No, I'd like to party. We will go back to the culture building, and like Ain Karva said, nobody can leave Mulgimaa without a full belly. And Arvo Malling probably was the one also who said that if there was nothing else to offer, then at least you fried an egg. I said that. So nobody will leave on an empty stomach. Come back to the culture center. We have some culture and some fun. And we'll take the flag with us and bring it back. So free-form procession, we will return to the culture center. And with this, we declare open the Finno-Ugric Capital of Culture at Abja Paloja.